Let's see if I could distract you guys for a minute. Every Sunday morning I take a light jog around a park near my home. And there's a lake located at the corner of the park. And each time I go by this park, I see the same elderly woman sitting at the water's edge with a small metal cage sitting on the side of her, you know. Well, this past Sunday, my curiosity got the best of me, and I stopped jogging and I walked over to her. As I got closer, I realized that the metal cage was in fact a small trap, and there were 3 turtles, they were unharmed, slowly walking around the base of the trap. She had the 4th turtle in her lap that she was scrubbing with a sponge brush. So I said, hello, I said, I see you here every Sunday morning. I said, if you don't mind me asking, I said, I'd like to know what you're doing with these turtles. And she smiled and she says, I'm cleaning off their shells. She says anything on a turtle's shell, like algae or scum, reduces the turtle's ability to absorb heat and impedes its ability to swim, which I did not know that. And she said it can also corrode and weaken the shell over time. I said, well, that's really nice of you. And she went on to say, she said, I spend a couple of hours each Sunday morning relaxing by this lake and helping these little guys out. It's my own strange way of making a difference. So I asked her, I said, well, don't most freshwater turtles live their whole lives with algae and scum hanging on their shells? And she said, sadly, yes. So I scratched my head and I said, well then, don't you think your time could be better spent? I mean, I think your efforts are kind and all, but there are freshwater turtles living in lakes all around the world. And I said, 99% of the turtles don't have kind people like yourself to clean off their shells. And I said, no offense, but how exactly are your localized efforts here truly making a difference? And the woman, she giggled, and she then looked down at the turtle in her lap and scrubbed off that last piece of algae from the turtle shell. And she said, sweetie, if this little guy could talk, he'd tell you I just made all the difference in the world. The moral of the story is you can change the world. Maybe not all at once, but one person, one animal, you know, one good deed at a time. You know, it's time that we wake up every morning and pretend what we do makes a difference, because, you know, in my opinion, it really does.